And I walked in, I opened the door, and I'm like, holy shit! And I'm like, Luca, come in. As it turns out, it's a very interesting story because this had happened in
Montana, which is the cattle country. Back in October of 2008, we spent 6 weeks there, and yeah, you know,
what happened to us there was just, it's quite extraordinary. It's quite incredible.
The first thing that we can recall is that we visited Yellowstone National Park, you know, very famous national park, and we actually went 5 times. We loved it so much.
It's beautiful because it's nature and there were lots of animals. And
exactly.
It was beautiful.
And particularly magnificent were the bison.
Yes, because we don't have bison in Australia,
no.
right? Like maybe in zoos, I don't know. Do they have? Maybe.
Yeah.
But to see bison in the wild.
Wow.
And they're huge.
Yeah, because like there are roads in Yellowstone, and we're in the car, and you know you can pull up beside bison.
And we were scared, like we were shitting our pants, we're like winding up the windows.
You know, big, beautiful, powerful, majestic animals, weren't they?
Yeah, and gentle.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, obviously, if they're gonna charge at you, well, they're not going to be gentle, but
they'd have no motive to unless provoked.
Exactly. Yeah, and we saw some little babies. They were beautiful.
Yeah.
So basically, we were just like in awe. We were besotted by these magnificent, huge creatures.
Yeah. So that would be during the day.
Yeah, we're like taking photos.
No, that's right.
We took so many photos of them.
And video footage as well.
Yeah, we love them. So that was during the day, and then at night
we'd go to the local pub or what have you, and we would order bison burgers. And you know, we remember. I know. We remember, didn't we? One night we're eating the bison burgers.
This is the thing. We sat down, right? We had this burger, and we ordered it. Obviously, we read what it was on the menu. It's not like we didn't know. And it comes out, and we were talking about the day that we just spent in Yellowstone, and then it was like Homer Simpson, like the little clogs in the head wheel turning like. Ugh. I'm saying, Luca, don't you think it's strange that we spent all day looking at bison and taking photos of them, and now we're eating them? You know? Yeah. And then we were like, yeah, that is strange. Yeah.
Yeah, because we were trapped in a meat fog. Ooh. And we couldn't make the connection.
But we did, okay, so that was a very, like, the
very
first
seed planted, wasn't it?
Ever. And it was interesting that no one did it for us. It was the animals and it was nature that connected with our hearts, and it was just natural evolution.
It was the beginnings of once you meet them, you can't eat them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we did feel bad. I remember feeling bad initially, but we continued eating the burger.
Yeah.
So it was a very awkward situation, and the cognitive dissonance was kicking in.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that was step 1.
Yeah. Step 2, one of the next activities that we did in Montana was go horseback riding, because that's what you do in cattle country.
It's cowboy country. We're going to be cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, as vegans, we don't go horseback riding now because we know how cruel it is for the animals. We'll link a video on the description down below from Bite Size Vegan. But we did go horse ride at this time, and
we actually took lessons because you know we're like city folks, so we had no idea about how to ride horses, and we took lessons with a cowgirl, and she had a few horses, lovely property and everything, and then after we went to her like a few times.
We did,
you know, we learned how to clean the horse and wash it down and whatever, blah blah.
Anyway, one time we went into her home, didn't we?
Because we needed to use the bathroom.
Yes.
And I went first, right? I go to the toilet. Well, actually, I walked into her house, and I walked in, I opened the door, and I'm like, holy shit! And I'm like, Luca, come in! And you came in.
And it was a trophy room. So we've got all these stuffed heads mounted on the walls of these magnificent creatures that, as it turns out, the cowgirl's husband, who was a hunter.
And she as well.
And her,
they were hunters.
Yes.
Because that's what, you know, Montana was such an interesting place. Like, half of it was hunters and cowboys and, you know, steak. And then the other half were environmentalists and more of a green approach and more... and so like all these people were living together, and we'd never been in a hunter's trophy room before. And it was just like, whoa. I mean, she had every animal imaginable on this wall, and just to paint this picture, guys, ceiling to floor, wall to wall. So her living room, 4 walls covered
living room.
Dead
room, more like it.
It was awful.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but did we also think it was somewhat hypocritical of an animal lover like the cowgirl who loved these horses that, you know, she cared for, would then go and kill these other animals?
That's what we were saying. We were standing there like this going, this is so creepy, what are we doing? And we actually said to each other, but how can she love horses but kill these animals?
And now looking back, we realise that that was simply speciesism on our part, because we've been raised to think that certain animals are there for us for food. Certain others are there for our entertainment and to be admired. So, you know, the deers and the moose and what have you, they're wild animals and they're to be held in awe and you know. But so we're thinking, so now we realise it was species.
Exactly, but at that point, like, we didn't actually think, oh, well, there's a moose's head on the wall. Well, what about the cows that we're eating or the chickens? But we didn't make that connection. But we just thought, well, she's got a moose on the wall, but a horse in the barn. You know, and we had actually seen wild moose as well.
I know.
They are
majestic.
Oh my God, and they're huge. They're like
horses.
Horses, but with really, really, really long legs. We could not believe how long these. Hey, your spirit animal could be a moose.
It could be a moose, actually. But if they had really long arms, would be even more so.
Well, they got 4. Anyway, so that was the second seed, and then
the third and final one was towards the end of our stay. We went out for dinner with friends, and we had been eating so much meat during that 6 weeks. I mean, to the point, we couldn't stomach it anymore.
No.
And so we get to this burger joint, and I
said, I'm going to have a veggie burger. And it was like, whoa, what the? Because I
never had a veggie burger in our lives. A veggie burger.
I didn't even know a veggie burger existed, right? Like, I never thought that fruit and vegetables and salad were actually food for humans. I'd say, oh, that's bird food. So I didn't know why. Well, I knew why, because I was just so sick of meat. I ordered a veggie burger for the first time in my life. Now, talk about the impact of one person in a group. So I said that.
And then I said, I'll have one too. And then the couple we were with, our friends, they said, oh, we'll get them as well. So these 4 hardcore meat eaters consciously choose veggie burgers, but predominantly because you said you'll do it. So you sort of set the trend, and then, you know, we wanting to follow suit because everyone just wants to be. We're pack animals, you know, we're herd animals.
We'll have a veggie burger.
Exactly.
Right. So we order these veggie burgers. Then the conversation. It's so interesting. What we were eating determined the conversation of that evening. It's like the consciousness was raised, and everything kind of expanded. You know, beyond football and shopping and like smaller stuff. We started talking about bigger stuff.
Exactly, just by virtue of the food choice.
Exactly. So this couple that we were having dinner with, they had a lot of environmental friends, environmentalists, and they themselves loved nature. Like, they lived in Montana for the natural beauty. That was big sky country. And they were telling us about their environmentalist friends who chose not to buy meat from your regular supermarket. Instead, they would hunt.
And we're like, and they were saying, oh, how much more ethical, essentially, is that? And we're like, no, it's not. How is that more ethical? You're still killing is killing. This is 2, you know, meat eaters saying killing is killing. So being completely hypocritical.
Absolutely.
But we could see the hypocrisy by the same token in what they were saying, that one form of killing is more ethical than another.
And they were saying it's better for the environment and it's better for the animals. And we ended up having a heated conversation where we were defending animals and the environment, even though we were meat eaters. And we had, like, at that stage, just to paint this picture, we had no idea about anything. We didn't even know that animal agriculture was so damaging to the environment, yet we're defending.
I didn't even know the term animal agriculture.
No, we'd never seen an absolute thing, nothing at all. We weren't on social media, nothing.
Nada.
But something inside of us made us like activists in that moment, where we're defending the animals. No, hunting is not okay. It's not more ethical. It's not better for the environment. It's wrong. You can't be an environmentalist and kill animals. It was like, where did that come from? Wow. So looking back, it was just like that time, 1, 2, 3 big episodes, big incidents in our life that really started to form how, you know, the life that we now live.
Exactly.
It's so interesting.
Exactly, yeah. So that's what Montana, USA did to us. It started to connect little things in the mind and
in the heart.
In the heart as well.
You know? Yeah.
And in fact, shortly thereafter, about 2 months thereafter, we went vegetarian. But that's another story, and it's in our My Vegan Story video actually, which we'll link in the description box below. So guys, if you like this story time video, give it a thumbs up.
And let us know if you want more of these videos, any topics, or maybe, you know, questions you might have, and maybe we can match those questions with stories that we've had in our lives. I don't know, we'll see how this goes.
And also let us know in the comments below if you can relate to any of what we're saying.
Yeah,
share and subscribe if you haven't already. And remember until next time that going vegan, as we know now, it's not even the most we can do.
It is the least we can do. Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye, guys.
Half of the population is not vegan, so I don't think I'm a completely shitty person for not being vegan.
Okay, you're not a shitty person, but you are making really poor choices. And the difference is you are aware. So the majority of people